Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marati.
And the Berzerker, John Nord.
Forget about Seinfeld, forget about Friends, forget about The Cosby Show. The latest, greatest Thursday Night Legend is this man. It's time for Wrestling Insiders Throwback Thursdays with John Nord. Stand by.
You got it, brother.
Wrestling fans, we warned you this day would come. Unfortunately, we're running out of original episodes of Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty each and every Thursday night at 10 p.m., but we're starting up that Indiegogo. You can help the cause. You can help Marty's show continue each and every week. Nobody does it like Marty. We had an incredible time with him at our 20th anniversary bash, November 13th at Memorial Hall here in Melrose. We want to have the good times keep on rolling, but we can't do it without you. Look for the Indiegogo link in the comment section below or across our website and social media platforms. We have some great perks, great rewards where you can even meet Marty himself. There's nothing like it. Since July of 2020, every week we've brought you the show. We need your help to keep on going. We tell you, without wrestling fans, there is no professional wrestling, and there's no better time to help the cause now. Let's keep Marty rocking each and every Thursday night. Wrestling fans in the Northeast, discount VIP packages and tickets to Boston Wrestling MWF Soul Survivor 10 Back to the 80s are on sale now. Jake the Snake Roberts, Axe and Smash Demolition, and the Berzerker are just 4 of at least 8 80s WWF icons that will be joining us live at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Mass. Saturday, April the 16th, there will be a VIP exclusive Q&A session. Autographs, pose photos, then the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow will light up the squared circle like it's Times Square on New Year's Eve. Join us for a party to celebrate the legends of the rockin' wrestling era. Get the best seats in the house. Save now at bostonwrestling.com. We'll see you live on April the 16th.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
All right, wrestling fans, welcome to another Thursday night here on Wrestling Insiders Throwback Thursday. Dan Marati along with the Berzerker John Nord. John, a pleasure to have you with us again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The feedback.
We're having a ball.
The feedback continues to pour in.
The
fans are loving it. They love our new look on Thursday night.
I love it.
Poor Marty, I don't know. Hopefully we'll be seeing him sooner than later.
Who's that, Marty?
People like partying.
He's probably doing backstroke in the river.
It was at the Chattahoochee, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes there was a little
too much
He jumped off
the Chattahoochee Bridge.
I don't know if there is a bridge at the Chattahoochee.
Remember the song?
We're gonna. Oh no, there's a song about
Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. It was what's her name? With Glenn Campbell.
Before my time.
Bobby Gentry.
I know the name.
Oh my God! Help this guy!
I know the name.
Bobby Gentry. It's the day Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Now we're gonna figure out how Marty Jannetty jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. We're gonna incorporate it.
Well,
give it time.
Give it time. We're gonna figure Marty out too, but that might take a little longer.
Yeah, that might take a while.
All right, back to the World Wrestling Federation 1991. John, as a man that lived it, experienced it, didn't just read about it online. We saw Brutus the Barber Beefcake resurface from what was almost a near death from that parasailing accident that took place.
Yeah.
A guy, kind of a polarizing figure in the business. Some guys like him. He made an appearance here in the studio where he didn't really endear himself to many, but some in the business, like Bret Hart in his book, said he was Hulk Hogan's manservant. What were your thoughts and memories of Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
After he got hurt, and what I heard how he got hurt was the board came and hit him in the face from the water, right?
I think in his book he wrote it was the woman's knees.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so I thought it was the board. But anyways, his face totally changed.
Yeah, it did.
And I just was shocked when I seen it. And I'm not, making fun of him, but Kurt Hennig used to make the face he had, his new face. Kurt would go like that. And I would start laughing so hard, I'd go, stop, stop, don't do it, Marty. I says, Beefcake's coming right now, don't do it. And Henny's going, and God, I laughed. Beefcake, yeah, he was just a total. He was there because of Hulk Hogan. He had zero talent. Zero. Zero, 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 in my opinion. I don't know. You know, you give a guy the can, anybody can, you know, he didn't take that many bombs. He didn't do it. What did he contribute? Hey, I don't wish the guy bad. Hey, he trained, I heard he trained Mickey Rourke and the wrestler. Him and
He did?
who? Valentine?
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
trained Mickey Rourke. Yeah, I seen him on Good Morning America the morning that the show came out. And Mickey Rourke goes, oh, I'm just glad Brutus. And I think he said Valentine helped me out, taught me a lot. And I'm like, Beefcake is teaching you? That's frightening.
No kidding, right?
No, it is. But I'm here, I'm being really negative and all this shit, but I'm telling you, I told you I'd tell you the truth, and I gotta. And Beefcake, nothing personal, but you should have just went and got a fucking desk job somewhere.
Oh. Do you think he was like a glorified manservant to the Hulkster?
Yes.
I mean, was he around to help him with his whims and needs?
Yes.
What would he do? And would he carry his bags? Would he get him food?
No,
Would he-
Hulk wouldn't let him look that obvious for what he'd do for him.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff he would do for Hogan would be behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe go get a bottle of Percocets or from a guy that Hulk don't want to see because Hulk will get told on because he's Hulk Hogan. Just stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
So he ain't an upfront guy, but Beefcake, I never knew him that well. He was always nice to me, but you know, he wasn't going to try to be my friend either. So I don't know what to say about Beefcake.
You weren't impressed with the in-ring work, I guess is the best way to put it.
No. He's another guy with not 2 left feet, but 3 left feet. So.
But he was cordial enough to the boys?
Yeah.
Because it seems like I said, a polarizing figure. A lot of the guys liked him, and then
Yeah.
there was that
But
big
he
posse that couldn't stand him.
But see, he was just so colossally, he was a colossal bore ass. I mean, when you come up, and, you know, Brutus, if you're going to tell a story, have a point. You know?
No, what are you talking about?
He just fucking,
He bored you when you spoke to him?
He talked about nothing. And I'm like this, while he's talking, I'm going, and he still don't get it. That again. No, he don't get it. He's still talking.
Was he vain? Was it about him?
Not at all.
Oh, really?
No,
Okay.
no, he wasn't vain. He was just almost like a little kid. That's why it's hard. You could not hate the guy, but you could damn sure go, enough. This is so fucking boring. You're so fucking boring. Hit the road, tell your story walking.
Well, to be fair, I thought the interviews we did were rather interesting. Like I said, I think it was a personality issue he had with some of the people here at the studio. Not like you, where we've had so much fun today.
Wow, that's not that's being fair. That's being overly fair.
And I think it's unfair. What's lousy on his end is that where he has family in the area and he's here visiting, it'd be awfully easy for him to, you know, come on down, tell a few stories when he's here, and do a little business, and you know, have a little something extra on the side.
Absolutely.
Why ruin that?
Well,
you know?
here's the thing, though: is Hogan would get big paydays, right? Of the fucking thing, and then they knew they had to give Beefcake a good payday, or Hogan would say something.
Oh,
or you get
they
pissed.
didn't want to listen
so
to him,
here's this fucking guy getting more money than me that can't shine my fucking shoes.
Fair enough.
Got
and
it?
I can see how that would be a resentment.
That's what pisses you off more than anything. I couldn't quite figure it. It was in there.
You got it, though. You got it out.
I got
and
it.
that makes perfect sense. I mean, who wouldn't be resentful?
It is. Absolutely.
You know, Hogan, how can you resent that? He's the one that's putting the food on your table.
Yeah.
But for Brutus to have a better table than you could be a difficult pill to swallow.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Well, there
Right.
we go. All right. House shows, they finally started you gearing up in the springtime. Two of the guys you worked with early on, Jimmy Powers and Tugboat. Memories of either? Both?
Well, Jimmy Powers, perhaps another colossally bore-ass guy.
Now,
His face never changed. He did a few fire-ups like this, and that was it. And one time on the plane, Jimmy Powers lost to me, and I went to the flight attendant if she would announce congratulations to Jim Powers for his last and final loss. And she announced it on the plane. And Powers goes, "Who did that? Who did that?" I said, "Wasn't me. Fuck, I just wrestled you. I don't worry about it." So it was just, he was just fucking terrible. Who's the next guy?
Tugboat.
Snugboat. We call him Snugboat.
A little snug.
Yeah, he's a little snug. His underwear were always snugged up there.
All right, well.
Okay, but that's a whole other story. Snugboat was a great guy. Very, very nice guy. Actually, like a little kid and super nice. And he was huge.
Yeah, big
The
guy.
guy, if he got mad, I would almost, I don't know how you could stop him. You know, he was huge, but like a little kid, and I can't say nothing bad about him. So that one is, he's a wonderful guy.
Good guy?
That's it. The best.
Any fun memories of Tugboat?
Fun?
Working with him? Any good
He
memories?
was so easy to work with.
He was easy to work with?
Oh, God. He was light as a feather. And he only weighed 900, you know, on a good day. But no, he was that easy. He was, and a wonderful guy.
Did he mind doing jobs? Because he put you over quite a bit.
No.
No.
No, he didn't want it.
All right, easy enough.
He didn't mind doing jobs.
April 20th, 1991, right here in the great city of Boston, you finally made at least your WWF debut. I don't know if you were here before that, but any memories of the old Boston Garden, the arena itself? You went over on
Yeah, I
Snugboat?
remember walking up that damn boards and
The ramp?
yeah, that damn ramp, and God, what a long walk.
And then having to walk through the concourse to get to the
Yeah,
locker
all
room.
that, and all I could think of was Bobby Orr walking on his skates.
And a relatively short walk to the ring from the locker room, too.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier to get from the locker room to the ring than it was to get into the building.
Right,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I remember more than wrestling is the Boston Garden. I remember, you know, Bobby Orr, who was the big, tall, great player,
Mario Lemieux?
Yeah,
He was on the Penguins.
he was on Penguins.
Yeah.
Okay, no, different guy. Okay, so anyways, Bobby Orr, but see, we would do 4 shows in 2 days. We would do Boston, you know, like what I can remember, like Philly, and then Madison Square Garden, and then somewhere else. And if you did 4 days, you made some damn good money. And that made your whole paycheck. But you had to work your ass off, and it was 4 days, or 4 shots in 2 days.
On the weekends? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was, you made great money, and that's what made your check.
You had to put in the time to get the dime.
You did. And it was really great wrestling Jim Powers. because his face would do this. Anyway.
Well, at least you didn't have to do too much work with him.
I love Jimmy. Jimmy, I love you. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Someone that used to have some special skills that would make people's faces do a little bit more than that. I don't know if you'd stay at the Hilton when you're here in Boston, but did you ever get to know a lot of the guy's old friend, Danny the Ass Eater?
You mean Danny the ref?
No, Annie the Ass Eater.
Oh, Ass-Eating Annie?
Yeah.
Of course I knew her.
Well, she's become kind of like a cult favorite on the show.
She is.
Yeah. Now, did she ever try and get up the tourniquet?
Here's what I remember about Ass-Eating Annie. We'd go down at the, we'd go down to the bar at the Hilton. And I'm sitting there at the bar, and this is one of the first times she started her career as Ass-Eating.
As an ass eater, yeah.
Yeah. She walks up to Kurt Hennig, and she goes, I bet you I can get the whole thing in my mouth. And that fucking Hennig, he was worth, I seen him with some of the ugliest girls on planet Earth. One time in the AWA, this like giant girl was sitting on the bed. And I walk in and I says, hey, have you seen Henning? We gotta go. And all of a sudden out of nowhere, he's sitting right by her. He popped over and he goes like this, here I am. I'm like, oh my God. And you gotta remember, he was 180, crooked teeth, sandy brown hair, not, you know, Mr. Perfect, but Kurt Hennig, the small guy, and it was just hilarious. But Annie, I gotta say, because I like her so much,
would she say to you, how you doing, baby?
She would go like this. Remember that time? I'm gonna go, Annie, there was no time. Please don't say that.
What was it about her magic tongue, do you think, that made Greg Valentine actually crack a smile? Brutus Beefcake dedicated almost an entire chapter of his book to the romance between Greg and Annie.
Right, right. What would happen as her tongue went in the butthole, the legs would go back like a jackhammer, like a hydraulic jack.
Annie's legs?
No, the guy's legs.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was a hydraulic jack and nothing could stop it.
What made her such a specialist, I wonder?
It's like the Blob. Nothing can stop it. The Blob. I don't know. She just had it.
Now, did you ever meet the sister, Gina? She looked kind of like Big Bird. She was operated more out of the Holiday Inn. Oh, wait, whoa. That's a
You're going places. You're right. You're right.
You think I'm going places? What do you think I am, Annie's tongue?
You're writing checks my body can't cash. Okay.
Did you ever meet Gina?
No.
She was a large woman. Didn't look anything like Annie.
I might have, but I just don't remember.
She was about your height. If that
I
helps.
might have. I just don't remember.
Annie
Wow.
looked to me more like Adrian Adonis before he dyed his hair blonde.
Yeah.
But
Annie just, I mean, how are you going to not like that girl? That girl was just, she would do anything for you.
Literally.
She would, yeah, I know. Can we move on?
Everyone wants to except for Greg, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always interested to see what the guys' memories are.
Well, I talked to Valentine, and I said, you don't look like you're getting older. You look like someone put you in a microwave for a fucking year.
Well, it's probably because he lives out in Vegas now. He needs that Boston lovin'.
Fuck.
Well, anyway.
Greg,
he really disappointed me. He was supposed to be part of our Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks toy drive, the Hammer.
Yeah.
And we had a session with a few guys out in Las Vegas as part of the Cauliflower Alley Club.
Sure.
And we had D'Lo Brown, The Godfather, Papa Shango, Kevin Sullivan. And the day Greg was supposed to come, he no-showed. And it was because it's not like he had to worry about Annie out in Las Vegas. He was upset that he was going to run into Madusa.
really?
Yeah, because I guess they
I
had
wonder
their
what
little,
they're weighing, what she's weighing
how much is she weighing?
these days.
Alundra Blaze? She's
Madusa.
still in, Madusa. Well, she was Alundra Blaze in WWE.
I wonder what she weighs.
Weight-wise, probably not too far off from where she was wrestling-wise.
Pretty cool.
Personality-wise, we can talk about that too.
Yeah.
But
Total into herself.
oh,
My God. I'm ashamed to say she's from Minnesota.
I didn't even know she was until she was here in studio
Yeah.
with us.
Well,
But we had a very interesting interview, and like you said, she's
you're lucky. She's fucking lucky she didn't interview with me.
great. Oh, now I got to hear why. Why?
Medusa?
Yeah.
Because she's so into herself.
Now, what would you have asked her?
I would have fucking asked her, what do you got, nipples that are gold-plated? Or, you got a gold-plated clit? Look at your ass. It's all saggy and shit. Get the fuck out, honey. Who needs you?
That's how the interview. You know what? I wouldn't have made that comment about her ass, but she was not one of the more pleasant experiences we've
Fuck
had.
her. I'm sorry for swearing so much.
Well, an event we had Bob Backlund, Bushwhacker Luke, even Crazy Marty.
Bob Backlund?
And just
my
if you, well, all right. I think Bob's slipping.
Yeah.
Bob had
Yeah,
a
I think
few-
his fucking cheese slid off his cracker.
that might be a way to put it. It was odd. It was a very odd weekend that
He's
you missed.
nuts.
It was a very odd weekend you
Bat
missed.
shit crazy, to say the least.
Or
No, he is.
at his age, slipping, or both.
He's just what, 70? He ain't that old.
He's in his early 70s, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm
every
not
time
sure.
he took a picture with one of the fans, he got up and left and tried to go and sell his book. I mean, it was like trying to navigate a 6-year-old.
Another book?
Well, he only had one, but he's still selling it.
How many books can these guys fucking write?
The only one that's missing is yours.
Yeah, well, fucking, no, that ain't fucking happening.
Well, hey, who needs a book when you got Wrestling Insider's Throwback Thursdays? We'll be back with the final segment after this brief timeout.
Thank you.
Wrestling fans, we warned you this day would come. Unfortunately, we're running out of original episodes of Wrestling Insider's Party with Marty each and every Thursday night at 10 p.m., but we're starting up that Indiegogo. You can help the cause. You can help Marty's show continue each and every week. Nobody does it like Marty. We had an incredible time with him at our 20th anniversary bash, November 13th at Memorial Hall here in Melrose. We want to have the good times keep on rolling, but we can't do it without you. Look for the Indiegogo link in the comment section below or across our website and social media platforms. We have some great perks, great rewards where you can even meet Marty himself. There's nothing like it. Since July of 2020, every week we've brought you the show. We need your help to keep on going. We tell you, without wrestling fans, there is no professional wrestling, and there's no better time to help the cause now. Let's keep Marty rocking each and every Thursday night. Wrestling fans in the Northeast, discount VIP packages and tickets to Boston Wrestling MWF Soul Survivor 10 Back to the 80s are on sale now. Jake the Snake Roberts, Axe and Smash Demolition, and the Berzerker are just 4 of at least 8 80s WWF icons that will be joining us live at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Mass. Saturday, April the 16th, there will be a VIP exclusive Q&A session, autographs, pose photos, then the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow will light up the squared circle like it's Times Square on New Year's Eve. Join us for a party to celebrate the legends of the rockin' wrestling era. Get the best seats in the house. Save now at bostonwrestling.com. We'll see you live on April the 16th. Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marotti.
And I'm John Cena Sr.
Johnny, the momentum here in Boston Wrestling continues as we continue to build and build and build. The fans want to know, how do we help? We subscribe to the Patreon, but we see all the great merchandise on that set. Coronavirus may have killed the nightlife, especially for someone like Marty, but our acclaimed eBay store is open 24/7 around the world.
Wow. Check it out.
Support Wrestling Insider's in-studio shoot interviews on eBay with this brand new personally autographed WWE Royal Rumble 2021 11 by 14 poster signed by WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns, his advocate Paul Heyman, and Kevin Owens. Reigns and Owens battled for the Universal title in a last standing match January 31st in the Thunderdome in Tampa. This limited edition collector's poster is number 31 of only 50 produced. Comes with WWE authentication hologram on the poster itself. Also comes with an on-air shout-out from WWE Hall of Famer Mr. USA Tony Atlas and a bonus autographed 8x10 photo. Get this rare, awesome collectible for your man cave and help keep wrestling legends working now. All right, wrestling fans, welcome back to Wrestling Insiders Throwback Thursday. Dan Maratti, along with your new host with the most, Mr. John Noida. We've been having a hell of a lot of fun on this show.
Yes, sir, we have been.
And who the biggest star of this show, I think sometimes even we forget, are those people over there. Her, him,
That's right.
that guy back
That's
there,
right.
there.
That's right.
Because without great professional wrestling fans like you, we'd just be sitting here talking amongst ourselves like it was you and Andre.
Wrestling fans are the coolest because they just kick ass all the time, and that's a shoot, that's for real. You guys are top shelf.
And again, if you guys want to interact with us live, L-I-V-E, we're shooting towards the tail end of January. Berzerker John Nord back here in the studio telling more great stories, cyber autograph signings so you guys can get autographed pictures personalized to you and mailed off. We love to see what you're saying in the premiere chat on Thursday nights when you include your comments on what we're talking about. Or if you can't join us on Thursday, believe it or not, I do realize not everybody on the planet can be glued to their computer on Thursday nights at 10. Leave your thoughts on the show in the comment section below. We're really interested to know what you think. Again, if you're with us live, the Super Chat button is always open for business. It helps us keep the lights on in this fine studio, helps the staff keep flowing through, helps us bring in great superstars like the Berzerker John Nord.
Oh, God.
You know, the airfare, the hotel, believe it or not, they don't say, hey, it's free. Those things add up in a hurry. And, you know, Marty still wants to come back. He's ready to party like never before. We have a whole group of superstars. Axe and Smash Demolition are very excited about joining us again this year. Bushwhacker Luke has had a lot of fun. So the list keeps growing and growing, John.
It does.
And that's what we need to see, because as we've seen with too many of our brothers, we never know when we're going to lose one, and we're never going to get to hear their stories
ain't
again.
That's the truth.
Just in this studio alone.
Ain't that the truth?
Percy, Matt Bourne, Leon White, Vader, Paul Orndorff several times, Harley Race.
Paulie, I forgot about him.
My
Harley.
gosh, who else? There's so
Just on and
Kamala, Ugandan giant.
You got a giant.
There's we'll never be able to hear any more other than what we already did, and that sucks.
It's sad. We'll never see him again.
When we had
unless
the
we see him in heaven.
Yeah, and we'll see him there. But when we had the original incarnation of this April 16th event, Road Warrior, when it was 80s themed all the way, Animal was going to be with us, and he was going to be there in that very seat. And Paul was going to be with us again in that very seat. We're not going to have a chance to talk to him, which is pretty lousy.
God, it's crazy.
Which is why we implore you fans, you know, one thing that it was insulting to me was that they almost said you're trying to push death. I feel like we're just trying to push the reality of the situation. Wrestling is a tough industry.
It is
A lot of our folks don't live into the 80s and 90s. You know what I mean?
Right, and everybody has their own road they take in their life.
Right.
Why stuff happens, only God knows. But we're living the best we can, and we got the best people. If you don't think that wrestling fans are better than football, hockey, baseball, you're crazy. You guys are the best, and I'm just not saying that.
All right, fans. So again, continue to join us every Thursday night. But again, we're going to have the special live episode in January where we're going to be able to interact with John, L-I-V-E, live. So now we go back to 1991, April the 22nd. You mentioned your world tour de force. We head over to merry old England on April the 22nd. Before you made the European stop in Montreal, Quebec, still out of the country. You suffered your first loss to the late, great Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, a man you said you could really lay it in on. At that point, he had Winston. Jake the Snake had Damien.
Yeah.
Coco had Frankie. What was it like to be around so many animals when you were on the road?
I don't know. All I know is they stunk. And I'll tell you something. Davey hated taking that Bulldog. Oh,
Did he?
man, he couldn't stand it. It was just a lot of work and a lot of stuff. And he hoped that Davey was the type of guy that would walk up to the office after he got his paycheck and say, what am I supposed to do with this?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it wasn't enough. He was one of the few guys that did that. But when we were in England, me and Davey were main event, and I gotta say, we had one of the best matches that I think I ever had. We just ate them up. We just had people. That's because Davey was so over.
Yeah.
You know,
well, especially
over
over
in
there.
England.
Yeah.
Yeah, in England, and they all stood up, boom, boom, pounding, and then here comes the comeback, and it was just great.
Well,
and
you know what? I think, as a matter of fact, that match took place the same week we're going to be talking about now. Marty, when he was here in the past, he said that some of the pets took a little abuse. Did you ever see that?
Did
Especially
they?
the snakes being thrown around in the bag.
The snake, that's Jake. Jake, who knows what Jake did with that snake? Jake probably fucking put it in the nurse's laundry chute or something. I don't know.
Again, I don't know how many of Marty's stories you want to share on your program, but Marty said when Jake would do a little bit of the medicine, he had a hard time closing with the women, and he'd give a call to Marty's room to come and finish off the lady of the night.
Yeah.
And one time he went down, it was with WWF office personnel in the bedroom, and the female already had Damien's tail inside of her. So there were some wild nights with those snakes, I guess.
Oh, my God. See, I don't know that shit.
Well,
I don't know that shit.
If you're online back in Minnesota, you got to catch up with some of Marty's old episodes, I guess.
Oh, God. Wow, Marty, when you're drunk, it's the old thing. When you're drunk, you'll damn near do almost anything.
And literally, he almost did.
Yeah, and he did. And he did. I know, and Marty was absolutely crazy that way, but it wasn't my style. I'm not saying I'm any better, but Marty he
partied.
He's partied. I'll tell you what, Marty partied, but I'll tell you something, Marty, I buried Marty in a drinking contest.
Really?
Oh, God, give me a break.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen
Really?
I've never seen you
I
fall through a wall.
would just leave him laying in the dust. He'd be in some alley all twisted up.
Oh, well, maybe we'll have to have that on the New Year's
Well,
Eve
let's
special.
have a
all right.
drinking
We'll get him
contest.
back then. You mentioned Jake, though. You put him over very positively in one of our prior episodes. He's a complicated man? Is that a good way to put it?
He is, but I'll tell you something. He grew up in a dysfunctional family. His dad was Grizzly Smith. First time I met him was in Mid-South. He took me and went and got a haircut when I was the barbarian.
Now, you talking about Grizzly or Jake?
I'm talking about Grizzly and Jake.
Okay.
Grizzly was the booker in 1985 in Mid-South. Jake was a great guy. He said, Jake, take care of him. He's going to be your partner. And we got over. We got over. And the only thing I didn't realize was Grizzly was taking young girls into his hotel room,
And we're not talking 18 or even 16.
Exactly.
We're talking
Well
little
said.
girls.
Well said. And when I learned that, it took me 3 months. I don't watch shit real close. It took me 3 months to realize that, and I was just pissed. Then me and Jake started, and I had a Lincoln I leased. I got a hell of a deal on an 85 Lincoln. It was just beautiful car, and Jake always rode with me, and me and Cheryl and Jake and my wife had dinner, and Jake and Cheryl were so highly going, this is really good.
Oh, wow.
And me and my wife were looking at each other going, and it was just funny. But I'll tell you what, Jake, with me and Jake, there's a picture on YouTube that has got me and Jake on there, and I'm in shape, like it's black and white, and he's behind me with his hands on my shoulders. It's my favorite picture.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll have to see if we can dig that up for the episode.
Oh, it's just awesome. And to me.
Do you think that experience he had growing up is what turned him into a complicated man in the confines of wrestling?
Yes.
I mean, and I don't know if you ever saw or have heard of the Dark Side of the Ring series, but I mean, he even insinuated that there was sexual relations with some of Grizzly's wives.
Yes.
I mean, how would that not mess up a kid?
I know, it was just sick. And then and I hear somebody got killed? Somebody got buried?
In their family?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Now that you mention it, see, it's been...
right?
Yeah.
It's hard to remember all this shit, ain't it?
Look at the people we've met. But no, there was some...
It was something, but see, and then he had, I think, a retarded sister. Okay?
Grizzly Smith or Jake?
Jake's sister was retarded.
Rockin' Robin or another sister?
I think Robin.
He had one sister that wrestled.
Robin?
Rockin' Robin, yeah. She was WWF Women's Champion.
Okay.
Sam Houston was, well, I think they were half brother and sister.
And Sam and him won't talk.
Oh,
Been
really?
Like 20 years.
Oh, really?
But anyways, I'm in the back seat, Grizzly, and we're going on back home at a long shot, and I just got a boner, and I don't even know who's next to me. I can't see. It's too dark in the car. And I think it was Rob. And I took her hand.
Rockin' Robin filleted
I took
you?
her hand and I went. And I put it right on there. And next thing I know, I was going. It was all over, you know. And anyways.
Robin rocked.
Yeah. Anyways, I think they might have known, but I think I might have pulled it off. Because Jake would have said something, I think. But, yeah, Jake, Louisiana is an adulterous state.
Is it?
Oh, my God.
Why is that?
I think their morals are just messed up from the Cajuns and shit.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I'm not kidding you. Why? I don't know. I hope I'm not judging anybody, but good God. It is what it is. And Grizz and the way Jake is, they're just morally messes until someday they get their shit together morally.
Well, I think Jake is in a better place now.
Definitely.
It'd be hard to be in a worse place, but I mean...
Definitely.
It just seems like the whole family needs a little bit of help. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if
they
you've
do.
seen that Dark Side of the Ring episode.
Well, and we all need help. It's
in
just
different
that
ways,
it's just that theirs is more prevalent, way more out there. So, yeah, I agree.
And it's too bad because, you know, what would life have been like for them if they came into the world under more normal circumstances?
Yeah.
Not to have a 12-year-old mother, you know.
Yeah, it was, who knows what happened. All I know is Jake was a really good guy back then, and he was really a good partner in the ring, and he taught me shit that I still can't do because only Jake's body moves that way. My body's got too beat up too quick.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And a great mind for the business.
Yep.
It's too bad that his problems took away the chance to work in creative with WWF when he had that chance in '96.
Yeah.
Because, you know, especially at a time when the business was in a rough shape in '96, he potentially could have added an awful lot to it if he still wasn't battling the personal demons or the personal choices, whatever you want to call them.
Jake could pop any territory.
Yeah.
Any territory.
Even now.
He could pop, especially now, because of all the all the press on the Get Sober deal.
Yeah.
You know, the resurrection of Jake Roberts. That's over. That thing's still over.
Jake is one of those guys that'll be over until the day comes when he takes his last breath.
Probably.
He's just one of those guys.
Well, it's such a name, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah.
That's just cool.
Perfect name.
That's just like
perfect look.
Perfect name, look. And, you know, he don't even got to lift weights, and he still looks like he can hurt somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guys that don't lift usually don't look like they can hurt anybody, and that's my pitch to him. You don't look like you can hurt anybody. Get out of here.
He still looks like a reasonably
tough guy
that you wouldn't want to screw with if you ran into him in an alley.
Reasonably.
Even without, you know, having that big gassed up look. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, wrestling fans, don't you be a snake. Right now we're going to take a brief time out. We'll be back to wrap up the show as Wrestling Insider's Throwback Thursday with John Nord continues. Stand by.
All right.
Wrestling fans in the Northeast, discount VIP packages and tickets to Boston Wrestling MWF Soul Survivor 10 Back to the 80s are on sale now. Jake the Snake Roberts, Axe and Smash Demolition, and the Berzerker are just 4 of at least 8 80s WWF icons that will be joining us live at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Mass. Saturday, April the 16th, there will be a VIP exclusive Q&A session. Autographs, pose photos, then the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow will light up the squared circle like it's Times Square on New Year's Eve. Join us for a party to celebrate the legends of the rock and wrestling era. Get the best seats in the house. Save now at bostonwrestling.com. We'll see you live on April the 16th. Wrestling fans, we warned you this day would come. Unfortunately, we're running out of original episodes of Wrestling Insider's Party with Marty each and every Thursday night at 10 p.m., but we're starting up that Indiegogo. You can help the cause. You can help Marty's show continue each and every week. Nobody does it like Marty. We had an incredible time with him at our 20th anniversary bash, November 13th at Memorial Hall here in Melrose. We want to have the good times keep on rolling, but we can't do it without you. Look for the Indiegogo link in the comment section below or across our website and social media platforms. We have some great perks, great rewards where you can even meet Marty himself. There's nothing like it. Since July of 2020, every week we've brought you the show. We need your help to keep on going. We tell you, without wrestling fans, there is no professional wrestling, and there's no better time to help the cause now. Let's keep Marty rocking each and every Thursday night. Wrestling fans, I'm Dan Marotti.
And this is the man of the hour, Leo Rush.
It's all over BostonWrestling.com and our social media. But Leo, brother, they got to check out some of this merch.
They got to.
Check it out, fans, right now available on eBay. You can add this to your collection. Support Wrestling Insiders and keep wrestling legends working on eBay. Get this WWE NXT TakeOver War Games 2020 11x14 limited edition autograph poster signed by everyone on the event, number 23 of only 100 made. Includes signatures from the Undisputed Era, Johnny Gargano, Damian Priest, Tommaso Ciampa, Timothy Thatcher, Io Shirai, Tony Storm, Rhea Ripley, Dexter, Loomis, and more. Comes with authentication hologram on the back of the poster. Also comes with mystery autographed 8x10 and an on-air shout-out from WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, on Wrestling Insiders at your house. Get it now. All right, wrestling fans, welcome back. How the time flies, John, when we get talking about wrestling.
I don't know.
And sometimes even when we don't talk about wrestling.
It's fun as heck.
It's not one of those beefcake conversations
It
or a
ain't a
Jim Powers
beefcake.
conversation.
Jim Powers, right. They're exciting guys.
We mentioned you working Davey Boy just a little while ago.
Yeah.
I almost wanted to chop your tongue off, not like Annie's, but because I didn't want to ruin this one. On April the 28th, Manchester, England, you worked the British Bulldog in his native land, only this time he was managed by, I believe, in what would be his first appearance in 3 years and maybe his final ever in WWF, the Dynamite Kid.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to interact with Dynamite at all?
Did I ever get a chance to actually lock up with him?
No, I think he was long done by that point.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Just, he had another personality that many weren't big on.
Yeah.
Your memories of having at least that one match where Dynamite was involved as even a manager at ringside?
Well, Dynamite was, you felt so sorry for him.
Yeah.
That you just weren't going to kick him or hit him hard. You know, although you heard about him being such a legend, although most people say at his best, he was the best ever, which I might agree with. But I got a few guys at home that have never wrestled that I can say if they did wrestle, they are just absolute freaks. They're like about Dynamite size. They can do standing flips. There's a kid that just signed with Vince, Gable Steveson.
Oh, he was just in the front row at Raw last night, as a matter of fact.
There you go. My son wrestled him.
Oh, really?
Trained him when he was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a kid that never lost at the Minnesota High School wrestling. That's 7 years in a row, state champ.
Wow.
And could do a backflip, standing backflip after he won. He is a freak of nature. Then he does a gold medal. Nobody can beat him. Now, if Vince has him lose to anybody, I would be seriously let down. Because he is absolutely a freak.
How tall of a guy is he?
6'2", 255.
In this day and age, that's big.
Yeah, well, a guy that can move, do what you ain't.
Yeah.
He can take anybody down. Nobody can beat him. One guy beat him from Penn State in the last 15 years.
Wow. Do you know him at all, or just you've observed?
Yeah, I met him. Yep, me and my son. Me and my son met him. They go, hi, Mr. Nord, you know, and he's a great guy. My son is a wrestling coach for Columbia University, so he tried recruiting him, but he wasn't going to get him. But Minnesota got him, because Minnesota is known for their heavyweights.
Yeah.
You got Brock Lesnar. You got
Shelton.
On and on. Sheldon. You got, what's the other one? I mean, it goes on and on, more than you could ever know. But you know who the greatest wrestler of all time is, don't you, collegiately? I thought you would know.
Who do we got?
Would you say Danny Hodge?
Oh, how could you forget that? Yeah.
Danny Hodge is close.
It's not Danny Hodge. Okay.
No.
Who?
This guy wrestled for Iowa State.
Dan Gable?
No.
No.
Close. Iowa State, Division I, and Division I guys got more muscle on them than like Division II or III.
Okay.
They're like bodybuilders because they've been wrestling since they've been 4 years old, 6 hours a day on the mat. They're animals. They're absolute animals. And this guy, record, I mean, he never got an ankle out of place. He never got turned this way out of place. His 4-year college career record, Division I, the big boys, 159-0.
Wow. Who?
Cal Sanderson.
I have no idea.
He's the head coach at Penn State.
Right now?
Yeah. And
He's the greatest collegiate wrestler of all time.
Without question.
Really? Well, great.
He's a cool guy to check up on. He's a point scoring machine. He's incredible to watch his old matches. I mean, he's a 198 pounder too, so he wasn't a small guy.
Yeah.
But for 198, he had a brother from Utah, and a family lived in Utah. He had a brother, Cody, that's his assistant coach, and Cody, I think, won nationals. I think he, maybe lost 4 or 5 matches in college. But without boring you, at Iowa State, 159-0 is just maybe the freakiest record I've ever heard of.
Wow.
Not once to get caught out of position.
Did he ever have any aspirations of going pro, do you know? Or?
No, none.
None. Do you think Stevenson has the personality that WWE would like?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I think he's a little flaky.
Oh, really? Okay.
We'll see.
Oh, that could be a good thing.
We'll see.
You
Well,
never
we'll
know.
see. He could be a little flaky, and I tell you what, he's in it for the money, and that could hurt him. He's got to keep his head on. You follow me?
Yep.
You got to keep your head screwed on. And me and Joe, my son, just got doubts about how he's going to handle it. So hopefully he's going to get a mentor that's going to be beside him, that Vince will give him some kind of mentor.
A veteran.
A veteran that will keep him thinking, acting straight, because nobody can beat him.
Well,
Nobody. It's not happening.
Jerry Briscoe and I had a conversation not too long before the virus began, and it was what happened to all the big guys. To be able to get someone 6'2", 250 pounds, that's the machine like you're talking about, that on paper it sounds like could be a potential WrestleMania main eventer, you know?
He is.
Yeah.
He is. If anybody, that's why it pisses me off about Goldberg. You make Bischoff's head got so effed up that he gave Goldberg 80-some wins. People started thinking he was really a great wrestler. He's not. He was a good football player. He was a nice guy. I met him. I think I was one of his first jobs.
Yeah, you worked them, yep.
I think I was one of the first jobs I had to do with him. Anyways, and it's when my body was all fucked up from nerve damage. But anyways, to give that guy, you know, and he starts bragging about his son, how he's got to just do it in wrestling. I'm like, dude, it was given to you. You didn't win nothing. You know? So it really does piss me off about Goldberg, because Bischoff's head got fucked up and he started fucking giving. Yeah, Goldberg ended up drawing some money.
He did, yeah.
I gotta give him that.
Time.
But you could have if you push anybody that hard, you're gonna draw money. Come on, as long as you're built.
Yeah.
Within
reason.
And he had that build. But the thing is you know how fast a guy like Gable Steveson could tie him in a knot? I mean, like within 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm not a hater on Goldberg. I'm just pissed off still at this group that treated everybody like shit in what was a federation called?
WCW.
WCW. Nash, Hall, Bischoff. And Bischoff was going to give me a push, but my body fell apart. Arn Anderson came up and said, so why did you quit working out? I said, I didn't. I got nerve damage. I'm trying to work through it. And that stopped right there. And it broke my heart. I'm telling you, it broke my heart. Anyways, and on and on about these guys that fucking just. And here's another one that makes me almost fucking throw up. Diamond Dallas Page,
now why does
a fucking bar manager from a strip joint, no ass, no legs, fucking his face looked like it was stretched from a fucking some kind of elastic. The fucking guy. Well, I mean, what's that? Bang? What do you mean, bang? What the fuck does that mean? Come on, fucking Page. You're a punk. You helped Jake out get sober, and I don't believe you're sober, Jake, anyways. But anyways, Diamond Dallas Page, all I got to say to you is fucking bang. Go bang yourself. But listen, I'm not hating on you, although it sure sounds like it. But you thought you were actually a wrestler. You're gone and you made money. You should have been fucking kicked out. You don't let bar managers at strip clubs with no ass and no athletic ability into wrestling. Do you get it?
Well, do you think him getting it with the reported swinging that used to go on with the Bischoffs and the Pages helped?
What do you mean?
Like a little wife swap.
You think they did that?
I heard that from some people that I think would know.
See, my mind works like, I just don't believe that.
You don't think they'd be swinging?
I just don't believe that. See, but I did know Bischoff's wife from high school.
Did you?
Yeah.
Minnesota, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Angel. Called her Angel. Little blonde, beautiful. But Bischoff was just, I mean, he was just a total little punk. But he wasn't in our high school.
Oh, okay.
He went to school in Minnetonka, which was another high school. And, but the bottom line is, you know, he ended up making a lot of money in Turner. And I still ain't hating on Eric because he gave me $1.50.
Hey, you can't complain about that, right? You put money, fed your family.
But I forgot all about Diamond Dallas Page. Oh my God. The most he made Brian Knobbs look like a fucking world-class sprinter.
Wow. Well, wrestling fans, I asked John C. to take it to the center cameras. We're running short on time once again. We'll take a brief time out. We'll be back to wrap up the show.
Thanks.
Wrestling fans in the Northeast, discount VIP packages and tickets to Boston Wrestling MWF Soul Survivor 10 Back to the 80s are on sale now. Jake the Snake Roberts, Axe and Smash Demolition, and the Berzerker are just 4 of at least 8 80s WWF icons that will be joining us live at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Mass. Saturday, April the 16th, there will be a VIP exclusive Q&A session, autographs, pose photos, then the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow will light up the squared circle like it's Times Square on New Year's Eve. Join us for a party to celebrate the legends of the rockin' wrestling era. Get the best seats in the house. Save now at bostonwrestling.com. We'll see you live on April the 16th. Wrestling fans, we warned you this day would come. Unfortunately, we're running out of original episodes of Wrestling Insider's Party with Marty each and every Thursday night at 10 p.m., but we're starting up that Indiegogo. You can help the cause. You can help Marty's show continue each and every week. Nobody does it like Marty. We had an incredible time with him at our 20th anniversary bash, November 13th at Memorial Hall here in Melrose. We want to have the good times keep on rolling, but we can't do it without you. Look for the Indiegogo link in the comment section below or across our website and social media platforms. We have some great perks, great rewards where you can even meet Marty himself. There's nothing like it. Since July of 2020, every week we've brought you the show. We need your help to keep on going. We tell you, without wrestling fans, there is no professional wrestling, and there's no better time to help the cause now. Let's keep Marty rocking each and every Thursday night. Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marotti.
And I'm John Cena Sr.
Johnny, the momentum here in Boston wrestling continues as we continue to build and build and build. The fans want to know, how do we help? We subscribe to the Patreon, but we see all the great merchandise on that set. Coronavirus may have killed the nightlife, especially for someone like Marty, but our acclaimed eBay store is open 24/7 around the world.
Wow. Check it out.
Arguably the greatest professional wrestler of all time. Get this limited edition collector's autograph print personally signed by two-time WWE Hall of Famer Nature Boy Ric Flair, inscribed 16 times for each of his recognized World Championship reigns. One of only 50 made direct from our friends at WWE. Also signed by original artist Rob Schamberger. Help keep wrestling legends working. Get this awesome Ric Flair collectible for your wrestling collection now. All right, wrestling fans, more twists and turns as only our new partner in crime on Wrestling Insider's Throwback Thursday can throw him down. Mr. John Nord. John,
Thank
more
you,
laughs,
sir.
more fun this week. We're looking forward to having him live this month, a little later in January. Keep checking our social media platforms for information on that.
Nice.
If you're with us live on the Thursday night premiere, leave your thoughts in the premiere chat or in the comment section below. Of course, the super chat button helps us keep the lights on. It helps us bring you legends like the Berzerker John Nord back here to Boston for these live interviews, these shoots.
Thank you.
Great live events like we have in April 16th at Memorial Hall. Cough, cough. Anything you can do to help spread the word on social media, it goes a long way. For the man in the booth, Mr. John C. Manicus Riley, I'm Dan Marotti. For the host with the most, John Nord, you and yours, be well, be healthy. Good night from Boston.
Good night.
Hi, this is Phil DeCesare. Thank you for enjoying tonight's Wrestling Insiders. Get early full-screen ad-free access to all our weeknight Wrestling Insider episodes while helping keep wrestling legends working by joining the Boston Wrestling Patreon family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. You can directly help us bring you more great historical wrestling content 7 days a week to enjoy for years to come.